An absolute pleasure to be here. Rob Clark, president of Seekr. You probably haven't heard of us, but I'm very excited to tell you a lot about what we're doing, what we bring to the market, but something we're very excited about, which is really advancement of AI. And all of that is pinned by the magic word that we have, which is trust. So you'll hear a lot about that today as well. But a bit about us. We were founded 5 years ago. And really, everything we founded ourselves on was safety, trustworthiness, mission-capable AI for the enterprise, but also for government, for federal alike. We all have a similar problem, whether it's commercial, whether it's government. It's all around trustworthy AI that does something for us that actually serves the mission. So we have a very deep background in search, 10 years, 20 years of search experience. Where is data coming from? Fantastic presentation about the Wizard of Oz, absolutely spot on. And really we started to see a very worrying trend that was coming in when it came to AI, and that was these foundation models were being trained by sucking everything possible from open source places, from the web, from search engines as well. We all know search engines are based on popularity. They're all based on revenue as well for a company that actually runs them. So we see models where the foundation is popularity and not actually trustworthiness, reliability, credibility that goes into all of those systems. And along with that came the bias, inherent bias that was introduced, misinformation, worst case, disinformation that's deliberately been put into those systems to confuse people as well. Add to that recent examples, foreign-built models. I'm not going to say the names, you've heard them already, but they've been realigned. They've been set up to do something differently, which might not align with what we believe in. And we believe in provenance, we believe in lineage, we believe in the objectivity of the data. Once you understand those three pieces, AI can start to serve your mission as well. So outside of the private sector, we've had very early momentum within DoD. To give you a few examples of the problems we solve, explainable large language models, contestability, a word I haven't heard today. If we're going to look at the output of a model, how do I say, hold on a minute, that's not right? This is actually right. It's not just a black box that you can't understand. How can I, as a mission owner, how can my team actually make changes and say, we need to do something and change that? Identification and mitigation of bias, error in models, AI for continuous situational awareness, weapon system vulnerabilities, a lot of the places where we're having a lot of success right now, supply chain, foreign influence, rare earth minerals, resiliency, access to them, what happens, how do we model, take course of action with what comes out of those as well, but really using the human-machine multiplier. We've heard human in the loop, absolutely spot on. The robot army I saw earlier is not going to replace every human right now. It's trained by us. We need to use them as a force multiplier, take some of the manual work, turn it into more kind of powerful work where somebody can actually achieve more while doing less. We know budgets are shorter. We know the talent problem is an issue as well. A recent study that I saw, Ernst & Young, over half of federal and defense workers were using some kind of AI. So the demand is there. They want to do something with it. On the flip side, a lot of that usage was a chatbot, a summarized task, take a document and do something with it. It wasn't directly or necessarily solving the mission. It was more of think of it like a tool, an efficiency tool, versus actually applying it to that. And we don't believe that AI is only a chatbot. It's not just I talk and something comes back. Agentic AI can act autonomously with check and balance with people in there as well. So why is that not being used even more? And really that boiled down to a few things for us. Number one was the trust problem. Number two, the data problem. Number three, the talent problem. And lastly, portability, where that runs, where the data sits, wherever that is as well. And look, we want to empower agencies to actually solve real problems with AI, to address their mission. At the end of the day, I think that's why everybody joined their agencies here, to transform citizens' lives, to make a difference, and secure our nation as well. But let me start with the trust problem. Pretty straightforward, the foundation of everything. And fundamentally, what does trust mean in AI systems? It's not a badge, it's not a padlock, it's not something self-bestowed on somebody. It's not the guy with a funny accent saying, trust me, it's all good. Look and verify within those models. Interrogate them. Ask them why. Someone told me Enron used to use that term as well, so don't misassociate. But ask the model why when you actually talk to a system. Why did it come up with that answer? Show me the reasoning. Show me data attribution as well. Where in my trainer, where in open source data, where in our domain expertise does that actually come from as well? So be accurate. Don't hallucinate. Don't give incorrect information. And the other thing we know about generative AI, it's very confident even when it's wrong. It gives you an authoritative answer, might not even be correct. So how do we actually have the tools? And I think that's the key message here. I heard Lindsay Soul talking about the platforms, not about the models. We've all seen the slides with 100 models on there. We would call them a model library. Somebody called it a model zoo the other day to me. How do I pick from, I thought it was very nice, how do you actually pick from that set of models? But for all of them, whatever you pick, you actually need the tools in order to actually decide what's going to come out of those as well. But data point attribution, very super important. The data problem, we've all heard it, garbage in, garbage out, get your data ready, all of those pieces, but look for platforms that help you as well to actually deal with that problem. Don't just pull a model out, don't cobble together open source. Where are the platforms that enable more employees to actually work on them? Don't leave it to the data scientists. How can I look at, as a mission owner, my team, my analysts, my people, how can I pull those together and deploy AI with a system that begins with human-machine teaching, using that force multiplier, and operating at the speed of AI. We want the tools that go in together at the same time. Same applies to the talent problem. Move that last mile of AI to the data scientist, but where are the tools? Find me the tools that empowers my team to be able to do a lot more early on, not just build chatbots. How can I pull and build all those pieces together in one place there? And again, you don't need to build everything yourself. And on the flip side, you don't need to lock yourself into a bazillion-dollar contract that ties everything up, locks up your model, your algorithm, your data, and then makes you pay for the privilege of that as well. We don't have to do extremes to actually get where we need. And again, budgets, very well understood in there too, but we solve the talent problem. And with that too, look out for interoperability. Again, it doesn't have to be one platform. Could be two. Where do pieces tie together? How do I avoid all of those lock-in pieces as well at the same time? But there's no doubt with the speed of AI that the actor that makes the right decision first, sooner in a highly dynamic battleground, can actually generally has the upper hand. But validate, ask why, look at transparency, look at those pieces as well. The other part with also the acquisition problem within talent acquisition, we're getting them to, is really how small companies, how the government can work with more commercial organizations to get rapid access to them, to work at that same speed. So the Mark Sitz DoD memo made software acquisition more rapid. So development more agile. So preferred acquisition tools that favor non-traditional contractors as well. There's plenty of them out here today. A lot of them would like to help you and bring you the tools and the platforms, not the lock-in, not an oversell, not the yellow brick road or the things we heard earlier today. And then lastly, the portability problem. I heard it a few times today, but how do we actually bring the AI, the software, to where the data resides? A lot of agencies suffer from a decision was made on hardware even before their tenure as well. So it's not like there's a giant budget, I want to go into this hyperscaler, I want to go here. Where does the software platform, how does it get right next to that data at the same time as well? Very important. Edge solutions, right down to a single chip, tactical backpack, appliances, container-sized solutions that can sit right there on the edge as well. So central AI factory, deploy those models at the edge where the data is. So choose a platform that allows you to operate across a range of secure environments, the factory, the contested, the degraded, the denied environments as well. But I'll just finish up. I see the clock. Someone's going to come and grab me and bash me over the head. But you don't need me to tell you that AI can do amazing work. No doubt about it. We all know that already. But it needs the right tools. We can't afford to gloss over the risks. Look for tools that show you accuracy, transparency, chain of thought reasoning, where you can interrogate that model to give you those examples as well. And I think as a nation, we must move faster, innovate quicker than our adversaries, and that obviously happens with faster procurement that we're starting to see as well, really unfortunately. I'll just end by saying we hope to work with this community to reimagine government that's AI-powered, strong, nimble, safe, trustworthy, and transparently. Super important. Matthew McConaughey is not going to talk me out, so I'll just finish my